We back. Feels like
Hola.
a long time. It feels like it's been a long time.
I shouldn't have left you.
I knew
What
you
I
was gonna say.
told
I
you.
knew you was gonna do that. I did. But
Backstage. What's up, internet primas,
yes.
sobrinas?
Wow.
I was
That's
trying to say
good.
another. I don't. My Spanish is not that good, so
That's all right. I won't judge you.
I gotta get it up.
They may, but
What up, y'all? Hold on, before we start, we gotta get the little social media thing together, okay, y'all? To get all the other internet primas in here. All right, tell y'all friends.
it's good, y'all.
What's goody?
102.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
102.
102.
102, what it do?
Right. You just gonna retweet, put some things out.
102, what it do? I like that.
How y'all doing tonight? Let's see, man.
Today been a full day.
Quick day though, kinda, sorta. I just can't believe tomorrow's already Monday. That's really what that is, right?
Yeah. It just always seems like Monday comes so fast.
Every time. Every time. Let me retweet.
Well, did you have a good Sunday so far?
I have had a pretty good Sunday. I'm not gonna lie. It was humid as hell today. And then I'm unpacking. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still unpacking. I'm
Mm-hmm.
unpacking from my trip. But it was good. It was good. How about yours?
Had a good day. I'm always happy when I go into nature. My pops is up here and he's leaving soon, so
Mm-hmm.
we took him on a little nature walk.
I know Baby D was like, I want to go for a walk.
Right, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I have to take my daughter for a walk because
Mm-hmm.
um, she demands it at this point. So yeah, it was nice to go take my family to the little nature, little waterfall. It's a little mini waterfall, not too far away from where I live. So
Okay.
we got a chance to do that. And then I came up in a little at the thrift shop today.
I like that.
I found a old school juicer, like a one serving juicer. So like if we want to throw a brunch, like people can,
Mm-hmm.
I can have the little person, our little attendant, do the little self-serve orange juice, fresh pressed orange juice for you if you want.
Okay.
Cause y'all know Tropicana ain't real.
I don't know how people feel gonna feel about that.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but yeah, I brought also I found this like board game for Ray, and it's kind of like the canoodle, but a board game.
It's fire. I know he was excited about that.
Yeah, so yeah, I had like nice little mini come up at the the thrift shop. Look, if y'all looking for food appliances, go to the thrift shop first. Thrift shop. Like if you're looking for a new toaster oven, a rice cooker, usually they got the old school juices there too. You can come up. It's the most you're gonna spend is $20
Mm-hmm.
on
Mm-hmm.
one item. So yeah, that's my advice to people who need appliances but don't really want to buy something new off the rip and want to spend a pretty penny because you'll get half, maybe even three-quarters of the price off at the thrift shop, and it's usually brand new.
Mm-hmm.
usually just drop off stuff because they don't want it sitting in a house no more. So, yeah, nature walk, thrift shop come up. Had a great start to my Sunday.
That's good.
So yeah, I'm happy about that.
What's good, Jody?
Hey, Jody.
What's up, Jody? Oh,
Yeah.
but yeah. All right. Well, we back from episode 102. It's been a while. You know, it's the end of the summer, which is crazy. So, just trying to get back on track with everything. But
Right.
Britt, I'll let you introduce us.
Absolutely. So as you may know, you may not know if you're new here, we are 21 titles. This is our weekly recap. And I'm going to keep it real simple today. Our mission is threefold. We're here to expand the visibility of women's sports with a heavy focus on women's basketball. Okay, me and Chantee are former student athletes, and we did get busy at one point. So we are here to continue to grow the game.
Right.
Secondly, connecting the community to the business of sports. That's our lane. That's what we do on the collegiate and the professional level. With the introduction of NIL in 2021, it's apparent that economics and all this stuff has infiltrated athletics on the and professional realm. So we like to talk about those things. Professionally, we can say that we like to talk about things like the CBA, right? Chantee is an IP attorney, so anything that has contractual, vernacular, things of that nature, that's her wheelhouse. So we talk about those things. And kind of lastly, we like to introduce the community to new innovative technologies like blockchain. We feel it's important that technology is one of those sectors that is ever evolving. We also have, I would say, a small footing in Web3 when it was kind of hype. So we were introduced to technology back then, and we think that that is something worthy to talk about. So those are the things that we talk about. I don't have to introduce culture because that is who we are. But let's get into it with our sports news we start off with, and we're going to do some WNBA recap.
Yeah. So I guess we can get into the recap. And I kind of want to get into Saturday's games, yesterday's games. The Lynx and the Liberty. I don't even know how many times they faced off already. Maybe 4 or 5. This may have been their 5th go around, but the Lynx got the Liberty's number, yo. The Lynx. The Lynx is an Achilles. Like they always got the Liberty's number. I saw, in the post conference, post game, I saw, why am I going blank? They was just talking about how Courtney Williams was talking about how she takes this shit, like she takes it serious when she hoops against the Liberty. She like, yo, I remember losing last year and I don't like them. She was like, I don't like them. She was like, personal, it's not personal. Obviously, it's not personal. Right. But like on a competitive level, I don't want them to win at all. That's literally what she said. I don't want them to even get a win I don't want them to get nothing in the W bracket when they face off on us. And like that's showing. Obviously, Fee is out. She's still hurt. Courtney Williams, yo, shouts to K Dot. Shouts to K Dot for mid-range mafia. Baby.
Yeah.
Courtney Williams.
She the head of that.
Come on, man. She was hooping 14 first half points. And I don't know why they was leaving a hand down. You know, they would close out a lot of the times without their hands being up, and that's a mistake.
Yeah,
that's a mistake.
Yeah, you know that drill we used to do all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And they did not do that yesterday. She had 26 points yesterday. She shot 10 for 18 from the field, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, just filling up the stat line. Kayla McBride, you know who was big for Minnesota? Jessica Shepard.
Okay.
She was big for the Lynx yesterday. She has 17 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. I had to go rewatch the game this morning. So I could really focus, but she had a great game. On the Liberty side, they weren't taking care of the ball.
No, they were not.
No, they were not. And the amount of smoke layups needs to be studied. They lost by 6 yesterday, and had they just made layups,
yeah,
you know, they may have won the game. One thing that Brittany and I talk about all the time, or rather Brittany always talks about, is how the Liberty start off always in a deficit. They always come in having to come back, and that's exactly what happened yesterday. I don't know the deficit. I don't remember how like deep in the hole the Liberty were yesterday, but the first half, or rather the first quarter, wasn't a good quarter for the Liberty. I feel like the Lynx held them to like the lowest first quarter in the season or something for the Liberty, and I may be wrong, but they just couldn't score in the first quarter. Leone ended with 7 points. I need more from Leone. She has to give more. She has 7 points in 32 minutes. She has 7 rebounds and 4 assists and 1 steal. But as far as like on the offensive end, the Liberty need more from her. Jonquel Jones. I know one of the things that you have talked about, my dad has personally talked about as well, is like her being on the perimeter. And I don't disagree with y'all. She still had a great game. She ended with 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, shot 7 for 11 from the field, 2 for 4 from the 3. But Jonquel Jones should be getting 20 points a game at minimum.
Yeah.
At minimum.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you was about to say something. I'll keep going.
I just don't like how she stays on the perimeter. Yes, I understand Jonquel can hit threes, but she's 6'6", 6'7". Your advantage is on the post in the paint. They really don't capitalize on their size a lot of the time. Like, y'all big. Use Jonquel more.
She got to get on the block more.
Get on the block.
And sometimes she do be on the block. And, you know, one pass I specifically remember is Leone. She's going to the basket on the right, and she throws up like, also the passes in the post got to be better.
Yeah.
That has to be better, yes. Get your big ass in it right. In summary, yes. Exactly, DA. There's no excuse for that. But yeah, she still had a good game. I will say that I loved, back to the Lynx, I loved how Courtney Williams was pushing the pace yesterday. And when it comes to the Liberty, at least in the first half, they was relying a lot on their perimeter shooting, which wasn't hitting until the second half. I don't know how the percentage of what they shot in the first half, but I know that it wasn't great. They need to be more aggressive going to the basket and creating their own shots. And what was interesting to me is that even in the first half, even though they wasn't going to the basket as much as I felt like they should have, they still had more points in the paint in comparison to Minnesota. It was 20-12. As far as turnovers, because I do have notes about that, I just feel like the Liberty was being very loosey-goosey with the ball yesterday. I'm surprised that they only ended up with 13 turnovers. And Kennedy Burke was a good spark off the bench. I will say that.
She was.
Yeah. She's been showing up for the Liberty. But that's all I got. The Lynx was doing a great job on defense. The Lynx got their number. That I start off with. I end off with how I started.
Yeah, I don't think your assessment was off at all. It was very on point. The Liberty have to take care of the ball better. It's like they really be having timely turnovers, and the passes really, like, sometimes, like, I understand Marine, you here for you the European flair, whatever you want to call that, but sometimes them passes you got to use your discernment and pull back. Pull it back. Everything ain't got to be the home run. We can hit a couple of singles. Do a pop-up fly, a sacrifice. Like, it's crazy how she always tries to go for the home run, and it's like sometimes you can't go for that. You got to go for the easy play.
I agree. Same thing with Natasha yesterday. I was shocked that towards the end of the game she had that turnover when trying to pass it to John Quill in the paint, and then the missed layup. I don't know, they was just missing a lot of chippies yesterday. I love Natasha's fiery spirit. I think that's what makes her who she is. I just know that yesterday she was super fiery, ended up with a tech, but she fouled Caleb McBride twice on the 3. It was a lot of just. I was rewatching this morning, the Liberty could have pulled this one out. It was just a lot of missed layups. Depending on perimeter shooting. They just got to be aggressive going to the basket. So right now, Minnesota is blowing everybody out of the water when it comes to WNBA standings. They're number 1. So, and right now the Liberty are in the 3rd because I think Atlanta's 2nd. So
what's that song? I am number 1. No matter if you like it, there's nothing about it. I know the Lynx are still upset from last year. Don't get it twisted.
What's up, Spin Dog?
Still upset from last year. So I think they should take every game personal.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
Come on. Yeah.
It's the Liberty's liberating. Let me be honest. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's how yesterday's game went. Only one game yesterday. And then we turn to today, it being Sunday. There's several games today. One being the Fever and the Sun. The Fever actually won in OT. They came back in the game. They were down 21.
They was down 21, yes.
Brittany, they was down. Now why they was down. But anyway, yeah, the Fever won in overtime 99-93. Kelsey Mitchell did not have a good first half. She only had 4 points in the first half. She just couldn't get going. Missed shots, losing the ball, just uncharacteristic. Because what I often say offline is Kelsey Mitchell rarely does anything wrong.
Yeah.
And thank you, Jody. She said that Minnesota and Liberty play on Tuesday. Again. But yeah, Kelsey Mitchell rarely does, in my opinion, anything or many things wrong. So to see she was struggling today. but she still ended up with 38 points. And that's really what happened today. That was the turning point. I'm gonna be honest. That was it. That was it. Let me look. Hold on a second. Yeah, Sophie Cunningham got hurt. She got hurt. She had a right knee injury. She fell. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, hit her on the side of her knee. So her knee kind of went in. And as soon as that happened, she started grabbing at her knee. So we hope that everything's okay with Sophie Cunningham. But you know, the Fever are down some players. Obviously, Caitlin Clark is out, and Sophie, and that's she's an integral part of their team. She brings energy. She brings the offense. So that was a big turning point for them. I wanted to give a shout out to Tina Charles. I want to give a shout out to Tina Charles because she was killing. Like, I'm at a loss for words because she looked great today.
Yeah.
She got more gas in the engine. She got more gas in there.
Right.
She has more gas in there. She got more gas in there. And she ended with 21 points. I think in OT, actually towards the end of regulation, she hit a very big shot on the left side for Connecticut, I think, to tie it before it headed into overtime. But she had a great game today. Again, she ended with 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. She was hooping today. I also want to give flowers to Sanaya Rivers. Yeah. Sanaya Rivers is a Swiss Army knife, and I love watching her play. I mean, I love her growth. This is, you know, we saw remnants of this in college. And it's translating in the league, and she's being consistent. And I think I saw an interview from her. I don't know who she sat and spoke to or who was interviewing her, but she kept talking about how it was very important for her to remain consistent so she could stay out on the floor. And you know, when Sanaya Rivers comes on the floor, she's going to play defense.
Right.
Every night. And she had 5 blocks today. She had 5 blocks today. She had 15 points, 5 blocks, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, shot 6 for 10 from the field. What else can you ask for? That's a solid stat line. She's going to give hard minutes on both ends of the floor.
Facts.
She had a great game today. So I just wanted to give her a shout out. Also, Anissa Morrow. Anissa Morrow, again, you know, one of the things coming into the league, people were like, you know, she's a little oversized. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. The thing is, she may be undersized, She may be undersized, but her quickness is there. She's going against women that are bigger or players that are bigger, and most of the times they're not as fast as she is. She was turning up, going to the basket today. Yeah, she looked great. She had 10 points, 11 rebounds. 2 steals, 1 assist. That is a solid stat line. Shouts to Anissa Morrow. Marina Mabry, she had a hell of a game too. She had 27 points today. She had 5 assists. She shot 2 for 6 from the 3, shot 11 for 21 from the field. Bria Hartley, I just wanted to say she's been wilding. I mean, I was in Orlando this week. I forget who they played this week. No, they played. Who did they play? Oh, not too young. I can't remember, but Bria.
Chill out. She been wilding.
Chill out, Bria.
Yeah, if y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all seen my story.
Chill out, Bria.
Y'all seen my story. Serious question. What's going on with her? Because she's been wilding. She done pulled Angel Reese's hair.
Yeah, the sky. Yes. Thank you, Jody. Yes. She was wild.
Oh, yeah. She did the scuffle with Rebecca Allen. She had the little back and forth with Kia. I almost forgot about that because they was going back and forth. Okay, she's wilding. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody throw them bowls. I wouldn't be surprised. You better be watching out, Bria.
I don't think she cares about that.
She like I'm not wishing no ill will on her, but that energy you spewing.
But also the refs was wilding because here's the thing. I don't know. Like the refs, the ticky-tacky stuff. Let these girls hoop. Let these women hoop. Let these players hoop. Ejecting those two women, Rebecca Allen and Bria, was out of. I don't.
Wah.
Are you for real? So anyway, back to today's game. So on the Fever side, like I said, Kelsey Mitchell struggled in the first half. She only had 4 points. She was like 0 for 7 from the field in the first half.
Right.
She turned it up in the second half. Again, she ended with 38 points, 6 assists, 2 steals. And she still ended up shooting 50% from the field. So you're telling me in the second half she scored 34 points?
Yeah, she wasn't playing. Crazy.
And I think that's not even I think. I know that was the game changer for the Fever. That was the game changer. Natasha Howard had a good game. She had 18 points, 9 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist. Aaliyah Boston, she had 14 points, 10 rebounds. 13 rebounds. Odyssey Sims, 19 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds.
Yo, they gotta stop playing with Odyssey.
They should stop playing with Odyssey.
I know it's frustrating for her because she be having to sign these 10-day contracts most of the time over, and it's like she's not stable. But that girl is a WNBA point guard and should be the head of a team, bro. Like she really should, and it's really quite a shame that she has to keep proving her worth every time, but she gonna do it every time. She gonna
every time. Yeah, showing every time. So, shouts to Odyssey. Spendock, you're absolutely correct. Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't got nothing to say about the refs other than like I think they could do a better job. That's all I got. They could do a better job. Facts. So yeah, that was the Fever and the Sun. I did not get to watch the Sparks versus the Mystics. However, the Mystics won 95-86. Madison Scott did get picked up by Washington this week. She got signed for a 7-day contract. So yeah, I think you said you was able to catch that game.
Look, I'm gonna give you a breakdown of the fourth quarter because that's really what this came down to. The LA, they was playing catch up ball most of this game. Washington, what can I say about Sonia Citron? She was breaking, like every time they talked about her today, she was breaking a record. So essentially today she passed Shamika Holdsclaw for the most 10-point plus games as a rookie. So Shamika made she established this record in 1999 with 28 games, and today Sonia broke that with 29 games. Let's also say Sonia Citron is leading rookies with points per game scored in the fourth quarter. She's averaging 5.1 points per quarter. Excuse me. 5 points in the fourth quarter. She had 10 today in the fourth quarter.
She like that.
She was 5 for 6 from the 3. When I tell you she hits timely shots, though, like it's timely threes. Like it's not just a 3 here and there. It's when they need it. Okay? Like, let me just give y'all an example. At the end of the third quarter, Sonya misses a shot. There's like probably like 20 seconds left or whatever. She misses a shot because she has to force up a shot because the shot clock was going down. Forces up a shot. Forces up a midi. Somebody gets the rebound. I think it was Alicia Clark. They pass. She's sitting there waiting, hands ready, waiting for the ball because she knows she's about to get it again.
Mm-hmm.
Cash, a 3 before the third quarter ends. If you are not a shooter, you would not have taken that shot because you just missed a shot prior to that. She don't care. That girl got amnesia like you're supposed to have as a shooter. And the girl played defense. That's really what this is too.
Her basketball IQ is high, man.
It's so high. Like, she just always makes the right plays.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's so great to watch her play, because it's like when you know basketball and you've played basketball the right way, you appreciate players who play it that way also. And Sonya Citron is one of them players. Jump shot off the chain. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. She got one of the prettiest shots in the WNBA right now. Okay. She broke another record today too. I just can't remember what it was. Kiki Iriafen also 12th double of the year. Girl is coming into her own. Okay. Shakira Austin, I think this was also the first time she started in a little bit. She's been coming off the bench. And she started today. One thing about Shakira Austin, she's 6'6". Can catch it on the wing, sweep, and get to the rim. She's 6'6". She uses her long legs. Like, the way she takes strides, it has to be studied. The stride she takes, long. And she
big steps to the basket.
The room she takes up is incredible. It's incredible. Because she's starting at the wing and she's taking 2 steps and getting to the basket, and she will clap on you. Like, that's the crazy thing. She will clap on you and yell in your face too. Like, it's over. Like, I really love watching Shakira Austin because she's dynamic, bro. Like, I still can't get over her being 6'6" and taking them long strides. You know how it's very hard to get long, tall players to use their legs when you're playing basketball. So to see her do that was incredible. She finished with 14.6 rebounds, 3 assists. Okay, and she only played 18 minutes. All right. Jade Melbourne, solid point guard. Okay, yo, there's this one move I want y'all to see. I might have to clip this up. She came down the lane and had like a hard pound dribble, and she kind of paused and froze the defense and then went and made a layup. I was like, oh, that was some next level stuff.
Yeah. She did something like that on Friday. On the right side, on the wing. Yeah. I was like, nah, she's solid.
Jade Melbourne, solid. Very solid. She finished with 11 points, 4 assists. Mm-hmm. Kiki, like I said, she had a double, 18 points, 10 rebounds. And then Sonya, she finished with 24. She was 5 for 6 from 3. She had 3 assists. Just was really the highlight of the game. I really like the LA Sparks too. They just were playing catch up ball today. Mm-hmm. And they could never They made a run, but they could never get over the hump today. And Kelsey Plum, she's a dog. Like Kelsey Plum, there was one instance in the fourth quarter where she scored 3 baskets in a row. Like pretty high layups. Like, and she just does this on a regular. I don't think people understand the degree of difficulty. Like, like when she's making these layups are not like regular. She's going high off the glass, like finishing through contact. It takes a lot of focus. So like Kelsey Plum had a great game today too. 25 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. You spoke about Swiss Army knives with the New York Liberty and the Lynx. Ray Burrell is that also.
Ray
Burrell is a Swiss Army knife. Like, girl gonna come in, play defense. She gonna get you a couple steals. She gonna hit a couple of shots.
It's like she don't get tired either.
Yeah, her stamina off the chain. Like, she's not getting tired. I want to know how many miles she's running in the off season, because she's like, she just is one of those players that you love on your team, but you hate playing against. She had 10 points in 17 minutes. Okay. Rakia Jackson, she didn't really have the great shooting game that she she usually commands. I believe she finished with 17 points today, but she shot 6 for 17 from the field. But I think when Rakia becomes more efficient, the Red Sea parts.
Yeah, and I think that she's I think I seen yesterday, or maybe Friday, they posted like during the game, during the timeout, just how her points have increased quite literally within the last few months.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Rakia's like that.
Yeah, she like that. She just had an off shooting night today.
Yeah.
But also too, De'Erica Hamby, a problem.
Yeah.
De'Erica Hamby, Van Loo and De'Erica Hamby off the pick and roll action is a beautiful thing to watch. De'Erica high low from Rakia to De'Erica, insane. Like, there was this one play, Rakia got the ball at the elbow, left elbow, and she act like she was gonna drive, and De'Erica cut, and she just, I don't even know how De'Erica caught the ball. I don't know. Like, it was like thread the needle. Like, Rakia made the perfect pass to De'Erica as she was cutting. I'm like, that beautiful. So even though LA lost today, and the Mystics came out with the victory, 95-86, it was really a good game to watch today. It was a really entertaining game. So, but LA just couldn't. They playing catch up ball today, and Sonya kept hitting timely shots, so that was like the nail in the coffin. So yeah, that was a really good game today. Really good game.
Yeah.
Right. I like that.
Yeah, it would be Sonya.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
For sure. I agree. Spindock.
All right. The next game was the Wings versus the Aces. The Aces won 106-87. The Aces are on the better end of just their season. And yes, I agree with Spindock. Yes, they have been. That
conditioning.
Yeah.
That playing. Going into the season, you conditioned already. So like, because they playing a faster pace on level unrivaled.
Unrivaled. Yeah.
Because it's on 3-on-3. So yeah, they came in like, yeah, I'm ready.
And they were. So yeah, this is for Vegas. They've just been on a trajectory in this part of the season. You see the Gold Mamba starting to make an appearance on a more consistent basis. She had 12 points today. But who's been killing, and I don't think this is new for anybody, but Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson has been on an absolute tear. Shocking? No. The girl had 34 today, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, efficient as hell, shot 11 for 16 from the field. Hey, Mama Flag. Kristen Bell, she had 18 points today. She shot really well from the 3.
Okay.
She
She's
shot
been showing up low key.
She has. She shot 6 for 7 from the 3 today. Who else did well today? Alyssa Smith, she had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. She shot 2 for 2 from the 3 today as well. Just that the offense that I think a lot of us have been talking about or like looking for from the Aces, it's starting to show up. It's not just them leaning on Asia. We got other people stepping up, putting the ball in the basket. And so that's what we're seeing on Dallas' side. Your girl Maddie Segrist, she had a great game today. Maddie does all the small things. She's going to do all the small things. She had 23 points today, 6 rebounds, shot 11 for 15 from the field. Super efficient. That's Maddie, though. Not surprised there. Paige, she had 18 points today, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Yeah, I didn't really catch or sit down for this entire game, so I don't have much. I don't have much analysis there, but the only thing I have, is to say is that the Aces are on a trajectory. They're looking good in this part of the season, which is an important part of the season because now we're fighting for positioning for the playoffs.
Right.
The playoffs are right around the corner.
Only the top 8 teams make it.
Will make it. So they're doing well right now.
I'm excited for this 7-game series implementation this year.
That's a good point. Yeah, this is the first of its kind for the W. I'm excited for it too. We're gonna see some great series.
Yes.
Great series. So right now the Mercury and the Storm are on. I'm turning to the side because there's a minute and 40 seconds left. Seattle's up by 178 to 77. It's a close game. So make sure that y'all tap in for that. And then also the Mercury and the Dream and the Valkyries. So yeah, today was action packed as per usual. Make sure that y'all tap into those games, watch them on replay. But yeah, positioning right now is really important because the playoffs are right around the corner. If you just are tapping in with us, we mentioned that the Minnesota Lynx are, first place overall. They are blowing everybody out of the water right now. The Atlanta Dream is right behind, and then you got the Liberty. So these next couple of games are important. Yes. Thank you, Brittany. Make sure that you are following us on all social media platforms. Social media. Wait, hold on. I thought somebody sent me a personal message. Anyway. LinkedIn, Instagram, X. I'm bugging. YouTube. Make sure that you follow us. We just went over sports news. Really the WNBA games that happened Friday through today. And now we are going to shift our conversations more so on the side of the business of sports. So we just want to congratulate Sue Bird Okay, we saw the unveiling of her statue today, honoring Sue Bird. I think this is the first, the storm of the first WNBA franchise to dedicate a statue to a former player. Obviously, this won't be the last, but we love to see it. And I think it was cool. There was former WNBA players that came out and spoke just about her impact of playing in the league. You had Lauren Jackson come out there and speak. You had Swing Cash come out there and speak. So like the GOATs was outside, giving Sue her flowers, and it's just dope to see. Just like, again, this is part of like the evolution of the league. This is a huge and just a monumental day, because it's the first time we're seeing this. I loved that they put the Harachis on Sue's statue.
If y'all played in them sneakers, them sneakers was fire.
Yes,
comfy.
The Harachis,
the ankle support, like those were the sneakers. And also Sue Bird also explained why she picked this pose, because she was like, you get to pick your pose, okay? And she said, unbeknownst to most people, her first WNBA points were a layup. Her last WNBA points were a layup. They both were in this arena. So essentially, that's why she picked the layup pose, because she was like, I've started my career on the layup and I also ended my career on the layup. So it just felt like that was the pose that I should have went with. So I thought that was a nice little anecdote that she gave us.
Yeah, sentimental. So I mean, Sue Bird, we already know everything that she's contributed to the league. I love that she's still, staying close to like front office stuff and just the business side, doing things with Seattle and ownership. Like she has ownership stake in Seattle. Just the businesses and that she's part of, that she's helped create, the podcasts. Sue Bird has a lot of, she has her hands in a lot of different things.
Yes, Spendoc.
Yes, and you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because that, I ain't say it out loud, but Spendoc, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yep, correct.
But D Wade had a part to play in that, as he has said himself. Like, so.
Yes,
that's all I got to say about D Wade's statue.
Like D Wade okaying that statue means he cared about the artist's feelings at that point. He cared about them instead of caring about his legacy, which is more important. Like, I'm not sparing your feelings if the statue don't look like me. If it don't look like
maybe
me,
he thought it was fly. I don't know.
No, Chantee, no.
I'm over here trying to throw Bill.
No, that joint is trash, Basuda, and everybody knew it as soon as they took that curtain down. And he had the honor of seeing this before all of us. So you look, D Wade, that was crazy that you let that go through. That's crazy. Sue, I'm happy the person the statue actually look like you.
It do. I thought it looked good.
It do look good. Like, if it didn't look good, she would be getting flamed right now. Like, the internet would be flaming her for sure, just like they flamed D Wade. So, Sue, make sure y'all give that statue artist a referral.
Congratulations to Sue Bird. This is Spendoc. That's your fault. I'm blaming Spendoc for that. Sue Bird, congratulations. Congratulations. It's an honor. Yes. Right? I know she's feeling on top of the world today. So congratulations to her.
Big congrats. Big New York right there. New York.
Christ the King.
Christ King, yeah.
Christ the King.
New York, New York.
We need to hold on to New York because we gonna get into anyway. School is about to be back in session. It may be in session for some already, depending on what state you are in. But Angel Reese, as per usual, she's heavy in the community in Chicago, and she's giving back. She hosted a back to school celebration, and this is just dope. This is on par for her though. This tracks. More than 300,000 Chicago public school students are heading back to school on Monday, and Angel Reese, provided this back to school celebration that included live music, food, and of course basketball. And about 2,000 students received new Reebok backpacks filled with school supplies. Okay.
What's that? They got free backpacks. You said
free backpacks. That's right.
Oh, they did have to give it back.
Oh, see,
no.
I see what type of time we're on.
Okay. Reebok did free backpacks. Okay.
I see what type of thing. Y'all don't know, but we'll get to that. But shouts to Reebok, but more so shouts to Angel Reese. She's always doing things in the community, regardless of where she's at. I love seeing that. She genuinely cares. She don't got to do this, but she does it anyway. So yeah, just wanted to give flowers to Angel Reese. Also, she showed the colorway of her sneakers. I think this past week, there's 3 different colorways. One being called something about like receipts. Like she being shady with the names. She throwing shade. It's kind of funny. One of the sneakers is called Me Bounds. One of the this is coming off the top of my head, but I remember it. I think being Me Bounds, kept the receipts or something like that, and I can't remember the last one. Yo.
Wow.
Yeah, Spendoc. Y'all may see Brittany in rare form tonight. I don't know, because it's giving Brittany don't care. Okay? It's giving offline Brittany. See, y'all haven't met that yet. Y'all haven't. Not too many people know that. But shouts to Reebok.
Yeah.
Reebok. Jody said, I'm jealous because the Sky fans have been getting all of the free tees and merch pop-ups at games. Yeah. And you know what's interesting, Jody? When you went to New York versus New York, did they give out anything free? I just want to know. That's going to tell me some more. Jody, did they give out anything free at New York versus New York? I'm going to give her a second. But shouts to Reebok, shouts to Angel Reese. Again, very community driven. I love to see it. If you got kids going back to school, I'm wishing them well on their return.
Man, it's been so
the summer went by so fast.
It did.
She said they gave out 15 free t-shirts. 15 in total?
That's it?
I'm gonna wait for
so
Jody.
There was a quota on the t-shirts that gave.
All right, I'm gonna just tell the people we got smoke with Nike.
Yeah.
We got smoke with Nike.
We do.
Jody said, and the security guards told him to give me a free tee just because I was online. All right, we have smoke with Nike. We're like cutting around because we're in the business of sports, but I feel like this could be in the business of sports. Yeah. Mama Flag is laughing, but like I think it ties in because community, right? Like
yes.
We personally, Brittany and I are from New York City. We have played in every tournament you can think of. We have played at Rucker. We have played at Roberto Clemente. We have played at in Frederick Douglass houses.
Riverbank State Park. Everywhere against great women and great players. Now, back in the day when we was playing AAU, we would get sponsored by Adidas. Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Right.
We would be getting free sneakers from Adidas. Brittany and I obviously no longer play. We personally know people that are running or part of tournaments that are being sponsored by Nike. Nike is coming off predatory because y'all are coming in, sponsoring these tournaments. Y'all really not providing any value. Y'all running these tournaments to get content, right? And instead of giving bread to make sure that these not only the uniforms are covered and things of that nature, but just to support the people running these tournaments, y'all have somehow convinced a lot of people in being okay with just being on Nike social media platforms. We have even heard, we're not going to, that Nike has given sneakers for photo ops, and then the players had to return the sneakers. Like, y'all can't keep the sneakers. Y'all could take pictures in the sneakers. We can make it look like we gave y'all sneakers, but that's not the case. And I think that's whack.
Yeah.
I think that's whack. And I think that AAU coaches or coaches in the hood, I'm going to be honest, in communities where basketball is prevalent, whether that be in New York City, Chicago, anywhere, I think that we need to demand more. It's not just okay for these kids to be shown on social media. If you really are going to support the growth of these young athletes and their trajectory,
right.
If you're claiming to have the title of sponsor, then really sponsor. And I think that's really what I'm getting at. You want the title of sponsor, but y'all really don't be giving anything. Y'all don't give real value to the community. And y'all come back here every year doing the same thing.
Right.
So that's the beef with Nike.
Yeah.
I think that's corny, and that's why Brittany said, shouts to Adidas. Shouts to Reebok.
Right. For giving out free book bags and giving out value. Like, yeah, they are comfortable. Comfortable is the key word. And we, like Chantee said, we got to demand more. Like, y'all come into our communities and extract value and never add. Like,
and we also, like we talked about offline, we need to be more vocal in standing firm in our value and asking, because what's happening is Nike is coming back to the same spaces every year. They're going to utilize the same contracts every year. They're going to give the same thing every year because we're not asking for more.
Right.
But in order for our communities to grow, we have to ask for more.
Right.
We have to ask for more because they're extracting value. Their social media account and their followers will continue to go up. The content that they're taking and extracting, they can then utilize in different ways across different platforms, all types of ways.
Right. Right. We should be using these big brands for the brands that they are. Y'all coming over here, y'all got the money, y'all this, y'all that. All right, then pour into the community.
And that's a good question, Jody. Jody said, have they been affiliated with any back to school giveaways? I don't think so. I would have to look. I know that right now, Brittany and I are like speaking about something personal. I'm not going to sit here and act like we've done like our entire due diligence to even really, to see if in fact they've been doing that. But I know as far as like these tournaments are concerned, like these major tournaments, and even the ones that aren't so major, they could be doing more. They could be giving a lot more.
Right. Like,
and
just as an example, like New York versus New York, right? Like, I'm not picking on them at all, but I'm just throwing it out because the hype is right now. They've been doing this for 7 years, right? You got all these top athletes, top student high school athletes in one place. Are y'all giving them education about anything? No. We just here for the hoops.
Or it's gate kept. Let's be real. Like, especially in New York City, things are it's the same people that get the same opportunities, and that's not how we're gonna grow, right? And I don't know how it is in other sections of like the United States. We're just speaking about New York City basketball. There has to be a change with that, and that's going to take us asking for more. So yeah, that's what Brittany and I were like keying about while we were talking about all the wonderful things that Angel Reese is doing, and then what Reebok is doing. So Nike, I would love for Nike to, like, somebody from Nike to come on the show and talk. This is yeah. But shouts to Angel Reese, back to what she's doing in the community, because it's major. You know, she just got done creating courts in Chicago. Now she's getting back to Chicago. She's consistent. And that's what we love to see. So shouts to her. Moving on, the NBA, which we rarely kind of talk about up here. But the NBA is embracing streaming. They added 75 national games for next season. So there'll be 247 national games for the upcoming season. Originally, it was 172. So that's a 43.6% increase. As you know, if you don't, next year, the league is about to begin the 11-year, $77 billion media deal with ESPN, NBC, and Amazon Prime Video. And the league is saying that every national game will be available on at least one national streaming service. One of these days, we're going to have to break down just the streaming game and how it's affecting sports in general. Maybe we'll do that on a Beyond the 9450 episode. But these streaming platforms, they're eating.
Yeah, like I just want to know, because, you know, this is a conversation that extends from the programming irritability that we have with the WNBA and how they schedule games. Like, the NBA is adding streaming and stuff like that. So they're very selective on what they're doing. Where is the selectivity for the programming and the TV program for the WNBA? Because it's piss poor. I
mean, the NBA negotiated that. Well, I don't know that. You know what? Yes, we know that they negotiated the media rights deal, but I don't know. As far as scheduling is concerned, I don't know if they have a hand in it. They may, but yeah, something has to be done.
that. I want more of the inner workings of the TV and scheduling, like what for the WNBA, because we've been tapped in. I would probably, for the past 3 years, like, really tapped in with the WNBA, and it's still abominable that we have 4 games all at 7:30 on the same day.
Yeah. We gotta do better with that. But yeah. So they're increasing their games. They added 75 more games. I guess we can move on to just an update with the Connecticut Sun and the sale. So The last we covered this, we talked about how it was kind of at a standstill because the board of directors of the WNBA had to like approve the sale. But since then, Lassery, who is the former Bucks owner, matched the $325 million offer. And so, with that being said, Lassery wants to keep the team closer in Connecticut, whereas in this article by Front Office Sports, they're mentioning that the WNBA is actually not interested in keeping the Sun in Connecticut. They're kind of leaning against that. On top of that, there's a relocation fee that needs to be considered, and this is essentially what the article is about. So, on top of the $325 million, there may be a possible relocation fee, and that's paid to the league on top of the sale price paid to Mohegan Tribe, who are the owners of Connecticut Sun. However, back to what I was just saying about the WNBA and their preference, they're actually preferring to go to Houston. And they would like the Sun to go to Houston.
I mean, everybody wants Houston to come back. So, okay.
So that's ultimately what they're referring to. The WNBA's preference is to have a team in Houston. Kathy Engelbert has, said on multiple occasions that Houston is up next when it comes to just evaluating expansion bids, and Houston may be up next. So it may not be Connecticut, it may not be Boston now, it may be Houston. So we'll have to see.
I just got news that AT had another triple-double.
I don't know what number that is for her this season.
Well, I mean, she just had 3 straight, but I don't know.
Yeah. Just kill.
Like, how do you get how do you do 3 straight triple doubles? Do y'all know how hard it is to do one? And she did it back to back to back. Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, there's no way you could ever normalize a triple double. Like, this is not normal. That's not normal. That joint is not normal. It's hard. And they got the dub over the Storm. And they just, she had 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists.
She been having something to say.
She got to be in the MVP race too now. Like,
oh yeah, they talking about it.
Asia,
kind of.
Fee, AT. That's top 3 right there. Top 3. Because yes, we know. I know Fee is out. I know Fee is out, and Minnesota's playing very well. But
a lot of discourse about that.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of discourse.
Those are the top 3 candidates right now. Asia, Fee, AT. Okay? Another triple-double is insane. I know she got 2. She's still playing with 2 torn shoulders too.
Yes.
That's the most incredible thing though. Like, she hasn't gotten these injuries fixed. She's playing with 2 torn shoulder labrums. Both of her shoulders have torn ligaments, muscles, whatever. She's playing with them. That's why she do that push shot. However you get it done.
Right. And she's getting it done.
She is getting it done.
Woo. Shouts to her.
Shouts to AT. But yeah. See, Mark Lazary, Mark Lazary, he's trying to buy anything. He's the same guy that said, I'm searching for college teams to buy.
Yes. I forgot about that. Yes.
He's out here.
Looking to invest.
How much money you got, Mark Lazary?
A lot. A lot. He is. That's a good point.
He went from searching and bidding on college teams to now he's in the WNBA space. Like, look, I'm finna. And he said that he wanted to move them to Hartford, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm watching. I'm paying
you said attention. That's where Mark. I didn't hear you what you said.
No, I said Mark Lazary wanted to move them to Hartford.
I thought you said something else. Yeah.
I'm paying attention.
Yeah, I didn't even make that connection. So, yeah, he's looking to invest. He's looking. Yeah. We're gonna switch. Well, it's still under the business of sports, but this is in the realm of tennis. And I didn't know that there were different. Not tennis, excuse me, track and field. I didn't know that there were different track and field leagues until today. And so, yeah, there's a track and field league by the name of Grand Slam Track. And this was first announced or created in 2024 by American former Olympic champion sprinter Michael Johnson. And the first season has ran from April of this year to June 2025. So some of the athletes are from all over the world, and they competed in the Grand Slam Track. However, many of these athletes have not been paid. They have not been paid from participating in this league. So it's been 2 weeks since the Grand Slam Track was supposed to pay the athletes. They was actually supposed to pay them July 31st. And that was a deadline for the league to pay the athletes $3 million in prize money for their debuts back in April. We are now in August, and they still have not received those funds. On July 31st, Grand Slam said in a statement to Front Office Sports that it anticipated receiving investor funds imminently. So a lot of these investors are actually pulling out. That's what I've learned. Like, they may have signed agreements, they may have agreed to things, and they are pulling out, which means that they're taking their money with them, right? But anyway, back to the quote. Grand Slam anticipated receiving investor funds imminently, after which it would immediately send the money to athletes. But after 2 weeks, athletes are still waiting. So Grand Slam paid its athletes their appearance fees from the first meet, which was held in Kingston, Jamaica, but not the prize money. It still hasn't paid any of the appearance fees or prize money from any of the other slams. So the total amount Grand Slam owes to the athletes, like in total, is $13 million. $13 million. And Michael Johnson put out a statement this past Friday where he said, due to our strong desire to make this right as quickly as possible, we offer dated payment timelines and have been unable to meet them. Understandably, this has led to frustration, disappointment, and inconvenience to our athletes, agents, and vendors. I know this damages trust. I know this makes some wonder if our vision can survive.
That's really unfortunate because
it is.
Because Michael Johnson is like one of the elite USA track runners.
It's like sad.
And for his name to be associated with this, right? That's what I was thinking too, Spendoc. He needs to sell them gold shoes. Yep. Put them up for as a fundraiser auction.
Something.
Cause
$13 million. Mm-hmm.
that's a big hole. They in the red. I'm sorry to laugh, but that's a big deficit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what else to say other than I know it's not even probably. I know it's a frustrating experience, and this is a startup. So,
yeah.
This is not, like he said, this is not building trust. I don't know how Grand Slam track survives this, because this is going to leave a bad taste in a lot of, if not all of the athletes that participated, and even the ones that have not. They're going to be skeptical about participating in these events. Also, like I said, the investors that are pulling out, I don't know why they are pulling out. I'll have to do my due diligence on that, but that also is it's unfortunate. But I'm hoping that these players get paid soon. That's all I got. $13 million is a lot of money to pay these athletes. You know, they competed. Investors, y'all need to do right too. If y'all sign some agreements, unless there's, obviously if you can get out of those agreements due to some foul play or something that wasn't supposed to happen, that's different. But
Right.
where are these meets being aired, shown? That's a good question. I don't know. Like, I just literally today learned about the Grand Slam track for the first time. I could probably do a quick search to see where they're aired, but I really don't even know. Now I want to look into other leagues or other uh, leagues to see how they handle things or do things. Within that same article, they mentioned Althos or Athlos, excuse me, which is a rival startup. And I think Alexis Ohanian is behind that startup, that track and field startup. Yeah, and I think either he said it, like, don't quote me, or somebody else said it, like, well, with this league, with Althos, the athletes get paid on time. They get paid in a few days. Like, it was a little shady. Like,
Like, they was being petty.
We pay players on time over here.
Like, that's great marketing at this point, because you capitalizing on their disadvantages.
And you're right, Spendog.
Yeah, streaming. Yeah. They better.
And it may be, but I don't know. I have to look.
Michael Johnson better get with it. Like, the NBA just added these streaming platforms. Y'all better sit down with these streaming platforms and get the eyes. Y'all need the money. This is really is.
I see it. Spendog. It said Spendog. It says Peacock. It was on Peacock. It was on Fubo. And some races were on the CW. So.
Well, then they probably needed better marketing. Because
I didn't know.
When the Olympics were on Peacock, we seen the Olympics everywhere. Like, obviously, this is something that happens every 4 years, but still, like, that advertising
needs to do a lot better.
Nobody knew this was happening. Nobody did.
I never. Pay those players. So hopefully we'll have an update soon that they have been paid, but just wanted to make everybody aware of that. We are now transitioning to NIL /college news. If you are just tapping in with us now, thank y'all for tapping in with us. We have covered WNBA games that happened Friday through today. We talked about the business of sports, Sue Bird, her statue being unveiled, Angel Reese and her giving back to the community. So yeah, now we're transitioning to NIL news / college sports news. So because of the house settlement, you know, these schools now have to figure out how they are going to get the money to pay student athletes. And so now, Middle Tennessee State, who isn't a high D1 school, and I'm losing my train of thought because I'm thinking of, what's his name? NYC Hoops NYC, Hoop Dreams NYC. I'm thinking of him because he had a post up. Yeah, shouts to him because he had a post up a few months ago asking, after the house settlement happened and it was announced, the post was something like, or said something like, well, how will these like smaller schools survive? And will they survive? And that's what I thought about with this particular situation. So like I said, Middle Tennessee State isn't a high D1 school. They're not bringing in like a boatload of money in comparison to like a Texas or a Colorado, right? But they're finding unique ways to not only like preserve cash, but they're also finding unique ways to help these student athletes become entrepreneurs. So the GM of Middle Tennessee State, his name is Dana Marquez. Like I said, I love what he's doing. Many of the football teams in college, they have, different jerseys. They have not just home and away. They have like special jerseys. And so they eliminated the alternate uniforms. And they also cut back on 408 helmets. And so because they did that, they saved $668,000. And they're reinvesting that money back into the football program. And what I thought was really cool was that the money, like I said, the money is going towards easing salary cap burdens due to the house settlement. And 30% of the roster, the football roster, is receiving some amount of NIL payout. And although Middle Tennessee is using some of its saved money to directly fund these monthly payments to the athletes, it's also earmarked a portion of that money that's going to go to play other players. So if you're going to pay, here's a quote from Marquez. If we're going to pay you $2,000 a month and you want to make $4,000 a month, you've got to work to make the $4,000. So what he means by that is that the players are eligible to increase their monthly allocations of working directly with the school. And one of the ways that they're able to make more money is by visiting the local farmers market every Saturday. And they're able to meet with different vendors. And the offensive lineman recently actually met with a peanut butter company. And they created their own spreads and they was helping those vendors sell at the farmers market. I thought this was brilliant. And so Marquez, I think like I said, he's doing a great job because he's essentially saying like he wants the team to be able to engage with the community. And obviously that's also going to grow their fan base, which again is going to bring in more money, while also teaching these football players how to become entrepreneurs. And his goal, this is a quote, Marquez's goal as the GM is to educate the players, their parents, the agents on having their own business and understanding what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Oh, I want to give a shout out to Dana Marquez of Middle Tennessee State because I don't think a lot of lower D1 schools are even considering cutting back. And you have to be able to change with the times, and you have to be real and honest about how you're allocating funds. And this is the first time we are seeing, at least in like an editorial piece, it be broadcasted that a school is cutting back and changing certain things so that they could reallocate this money and just be smart. And then while doing that, teaching these players the game. I think this is brilliant. I love what he is doing.
Isn't this what we wanted from the start?
Yes.
This is what we've been asking for. To make the student athletes understand entrepreneurship, branding, community engagement, professional and personal development. This is all Dana Marquez, man. I want to shake your hand, man.
He's doing a great job.
I want to shake Dana Marquez's hand.
Period.
Right.
That's essentially like, okay, like that is like a give and take situation.
Right.
Like, you want more bread? Okay, well, this is how you're gonna be able to do it. You got to go out there, promote the school, promote your team. And in doing that, you're learning business. So, and you're getting familiar with your community. I think it's brilliant. And it's not even anything like mind blowing. It's just,
he's
very reallocating. He's looking at the numbers. He's looking at
he's looking
what
at
we have.
Things that are costly that we don't need. He said, why do we have 7 different alternate uniforms?
This is what I'm saying. And I know Spendoc asked, I think a few weeks ago, because we were talking about Dame Lillard and, you know, him becoming the GM. And I think you did, Spendoc, you asked, like, what will they be doing? They're not going to be doing what a Dana Marquez is doing.
Right.
This is what a GM is actually doing.
Right.
That's what they're doing. They're finding unique ways to like abide by, you know, or be in compliance with the settlement. And providing opportunities to student athletes. Like, this is brilliant. I love this. And I think this is great, and I hope we see more
of this.
Whether it be big schools, small schools, medium-sized schools, I don't care. I just love what they're doing at Middle Tennessee. So, shouts to Dana Marquez.
Fire.
Moving on, Tennessee, they back with Adidas.
You know Candace Parker had to. She was in the back. Yes, she had to.
They back. They back. It's been 10 years.
Oh,
no, actually, I don't know how long it's been. I know that this agreement is for 10 years. But I know I don't know if it's been 10 years since they've been away from Adidas, but it's been a long time. But yeah, they just signed a new 10-year contract. They're returning to Adidas. As part of the deal, there's going to be NIL opportunities provided to the athletes. If you don't know, Tennessee is currently still under contract with Nike. So until that contract runs out, they'll still be, you know, wearing Nikes. But after that happens, they'll be switching over to Adidas. And this deal, I mean, this is alleged, but it's worth at least $10 million.
Wow.
Excuse me, alleged. Yeah, $10 million. It's going to help again with the house settlement, revenue sharing, all of those things. So this is good. I mean, the athletes are going to get paid. They're back with their original brand. Yeah. Shouts to Adidas.
Adidas. Look, we just spoke about Nike. All these other brands is slowly creeping past y'all. Okay, they slowly catching up. They catching up. Like, We didn't even speak about how what Skechers is doing over there. Them signing, who they just signed? Jackie Young? They just signed Jackie Young?
Did they?
Who Skechers just
I
signed?
know Rakia's on Skechers.
Rakia and somebody else.
Oh, then you about to put me on because I didn't know. I
Hold
know
on. I
Rakia's
think
on there.
let me hold on. Let me see. Jackie Young Skechers. Somebody else just signed with Skechers. Who?
Oh, no. You putting me on.
Yes, Jackie Young. The Las
Okay.
Vegas Aces guard recently signed a multi-year deal, signature sneaker deal with Skechers,
Skechers, yes.
making
The
her a
rebrand.
This is what I'm saying. Like
Skechers.
Skechers is the
We
yes.
talked about this before. Yo. But they're making heavy moves in the basketball space. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So watch out for all these other brands: New Balance, Skechers, Reebok, Nike. Y'all better stop getting comfortable. That's all I got to say.
Moving on in college/NIL news, we have talked about Venmo because now that the student athletes are going to get paid through the school because of the house settlement and revenue sharing, it was suggested that they use, not they, when I say they, I'm talking about these institutions, the schools, have the athletes utilize Venmo and PayPal to receive these funds quicker. Right.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. Indeed.
Yeah, I'm done with Spender. But yes, so Venmo and PayPal are the go-to online companies for student athletes to use to receive these funds. However, what's happening is I think people forget that, when you're using Venmo, you have to give like a description of what you're sending or why you're sending the funds or why you're receiving the funds.
Right.
And so the Oklahoma quarterback, John Nadir, is under scrutiny right now because his Venmo history was actually made public last week and the screenshots surfaced on social media. And some of those transactions were labeled sports gambling. Back when he was a freshman in 2022.
Got me raising my eyebrows.
But that's why, yes, the cybersecurity experts are like, hey, you got to be mindful of what you put in as descriptions on these platforms. But back to Mateer, he's saying that the description doesn't accurately portray what he was doing. He's saying that's not what that was. It was an inside joke. He literally said it's an inside joke. That's not what that was. But the director of cybersecurity at the University of Louisville had a conversation with Front Office Sports, which is what kind of prompted this article, and was just talking about public financial transaction histories that even though they seem like innocuous, they can reveal sensitive behavioral data, and a lot more student athletes need to be aware of that. Universities need to make them aware of that. And so also, a lot of these universities don't have privacy policies for students that covers like this peer-to-peer situation. And so a lot of financial or cybersecurity experts are saying that those need to be implemented to include default accounts to private for transactions and friends lists. There needs to be education for the athletes about avoiding jokes, slang, or emojis that could be misinterpreted as violations that are part of the descriptions. Right. And then also require athletes to review their privacy settings each season. So This is again just the evolution of NIL. I don't think a lot of people considered what we're talking about now, which is just the description you put when you are sending or receiving money.
Don't do it. Just look, y'all don't need no attention. Y'all got all the attention that y'all can possibly need. Y'all screenshotting your accounts and showing this stuff. Stop it.
I don't know how it became public.
Yeah.
But just it can become that is the point. The point is all that stuff can become public, and you need to be mindful of what you are putting. That man put sports betting. That's crazy.
Sports gambling is crazy.
Sports gambling. So
like even as an inside joke, like you're a student athlete. Ain't no way you should be sending stuff that says sports gambling.
But this is how we learn. This is how we learn. And so I hope that student athletes take heed, and I hope that universities educate and provide privacy policies that handles these type of situations. Interesting. Mama Flag said this goes back to having financial literacy in high school. Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
We gonna learn one way or the other.
Oftentimes through example. So that's what happens. Moving on, we've been seeing clips of Rich Paul talk about I guess the numbers, like in sneaker deals. I just seen a clip of him saying, like, outside of LeBron, I think Juju and Asia Wilson has either accumulated the most bread over there, with Juju having like the unprecedented deal, with Nike that obviously Rich Paul negotiated. But again, that shows just again the evolution of women's basketball. So and Rich Paul has a hefty list of clients.
Yeah. That are not named LeBron James.
Not named LeBron James, but the two most, I guess, lucrative. I'm gonna say lucrative. That's not the language you use, but are brought in the most bread. I guess this past year or the last few years has been Asia Wilson and Juju Watkins. I think that's incredible, and again, that speaks to just where we're at with women's basketball. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. The product don't lie. So that made me happy to hear.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Okay? Don't lie.
Yes. So shouts to those two young women. We're almost done. We're now moving on to tech news. And I want to give a special shout out to Spendoc because he's the one that brought this to my attention.
Okay.
With the capture scams.
Mm.
You know the capture where it says I'm not a robot.
Yes.
And then I'll have you like put in whatever code or letters and numbers. Some of those are fake. That's great. That's dangerous. It's dangerous. So yeah. One of the latest tricks employed by cyber criminals is the fake captcha scam. These prompts look familiar, even harmless, but they're designed to slip past their defenses. So here's how it works. It usually starts with a harmless web search. As we all know, you are attempting to locate a website for a product that you really liked, and you click on the link, a familiar box pops up where it's asking you to prove that you're not a robot.
Right.
You see, I'm not a robot written in the checkbox. You have seen it so many times, so you don't really give it much thought. And sometimes, like I said, this could be a trap. One wrong click, and instead of proving you're human, you could be opening the door to malware. And behind this is a fake captcha or capture scam. So captcha actually stands for completely automated public Turing tests, to tell computers and humans apart. That's exactly what it means. It's a long, long, long name. And it's a security tool to confirm that a user is a human and not a bot. Um, and so, yeah, fake captures are often distributed through compromised websites, malicious ads, or phishing emails. Um, so you just gotta be careful. These phishing sites usually instruct users to open the run dialog, press Center V and hit enter. Clicking a fake captcha itself isn't the real danger. The problem begins when you follow the instruction it provides. So, for example, pasting commands into your terminal and executing them, or downloading a file to prove you're not a robot, can put you at serious risk. So avoid carrying out those type of instructions. Um, this article talks a little bit about what to do if, in fact, you suspect you have encountered a fake captcha. It says exit the site immediately, disconnect from the internet, run a full antivirus scan, clear browser cache and cookies, and remove suspicious extensions, change passwords for critical accounts using a secure device, delete any downloaded files without opening them. This is crazy because obviously e-commerce is huge now. Everything is online, and on a platform. It's just, we can't have nothing. And that's what I said to Spin Doc when he said this. I was like, yo, we can't have nothing. We can't, you got to be hyper vigilant while using the internet. And this is just the latest scam. So just thank you, Spin Doc, for sending this to us. I think it's important for people to be aware of that. And this is crazy. It's crazy. So make sure you're on legit sites, and then even that, like,
yeah, you already know I lost a few things pressing and clicking on links, so I already know the hurt.
Yeah, it happens so fast, like,
yeah.
So just telling people to be mindful of that. And lastly, culture news. I didn't have culture news. I was just going to say I went to Universal for the first time last week, and I had such a blast. I had such a good time, y'all. I didn't have a voice. I did not have a voice. I was struggling to speak because I went on roller coasters and lost my voice. But I had such a great time in Orlando and at Universal. So shouts to Universal. Had a blast. I went with my family. So that was fun.
Beautiful.
What else been happening in culture?
I'll just say I'm encouraging y'all to go for a hike before the summer's over. We about to get the weather about to change again very soon. So like I said, I live in the boonies of upstate New York, and I got a chance to go to a little waterfall today, and it was really nice. So I'm encouraging y'all to get into nature. Nature is definitely, I've read articles that said that nature decreases stress, decreases cortisol. So just walking in nature, seeing the scenery, hearing the water can help with your nervous system. You know, a lot of us are obviously have deregulated nervous systems because it's a lot going on, overstimulated. What's going on in the world? How can you not care about the many things that are going on? So just take some time for yourselves and connect back to nature. That's my culture for y'all today.
I
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that is episode 102. Make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms. We're on Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter, X.
Yeah.
We are on Instagram. We are on LinkedIn. We are on YouTube. Um, yes, Bendoc. Get on those hiking trails. Um,
Yeah.
we should be dropping an episode on Beyond the 9450 soon. So make sure that you tap in with us over there. Make sure that you follow our family over at the 9450. And make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure that you share this episode.
Right.
Make sure you share it. Trying to give value to the community, and we would greatly appreciate that. So until
Yeah.
next time, thank you,
Peace.
Jody. See y'all for episode 103. I may be going to Breezy Bowl.
Oh, Chantee coming back with culture for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna have I'm excited. Thank you, Mama Flag. She said this is a great episode.
Thank you guys so
But
much.
yeah, we'll see y'all for episode 103. Peace.
Peace.